Hello everyone, welcome to this new video tutorial. Today we'll have a look at C# 9.0 top level statements. So let's begin with what are they? So basically top level statements are a new compiler feature introduced with C# 9.0. So with top level statements there's no need to have a main method in a C# 9.0 program console application, and it automatically generates an implicit main method. And benefit of it is that top level statements allow to minimize code where the compiler takes responsibility to generate a class and a main entry point for an application. So let me show you by an example quickly, okay, before we switch to a demo. So consider a simple main program with a hello world being displayed on the console. Okay, so classically we have been writing main programs like that, and if we use the intermediate language disassembler, we see that we have a main method and a program class, which is the equivalent. But however, with top level statement, you no longer need the main method and the program class. You can write your code directly using this statement. So the console, the write line, can be translated like this one. And if you use the intermediate disassembler tool, you can see that an implicit class and a main method has been created where the signature differ from the classic way of writing the program. So let us see with this program. So I have a simple main method with a hello world being displayed on the console. So let's check. Okay, so as expected, you can see that the hello world is being displayed on the console. Now let's make use of the intermediate disassembler. Let's open our assembly, and we can see that we have a program class and a main method. Okay, and now if we change our classic way of writing program, we can use the console .write line as a top level statement. So this file becomes a top level file. And now if we run the application, let's check whether we are getting the desired output. So as you can see, we are getting the desired output. Okay, so again, let's compare our assembly using our ILDASM tool. Let's open our top level statement. So as you can see, it's no longer program, but program with a dollar symbol and main with a dollar symbol. So as you can see, the compiler has generated an implicit class and an implicit main method, which is the entry point. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, well, you can also avoid writing the using statement, okay, and run a program this one. You'll get the same output as our previous runs. Okay, so let me undo that. Okay, now it happens that sometimes you need to call some asynchronous operations in your main method, or it may happen that the main method you change the signature to return a value. So to demonstrate asynchronous calls, I have written, in the benefit of time, a simple class with a method and an asynchronous method, where I will just print the some method here and some async method, okay, which is asynchronous. So let's see. So if I do var cls1, let's go to new +1, sorry for that, and I call my first method, some method. Okay, so here I don't need to change the signature of my main method, but if I need to call an asynchronous method, I need to change the signature of my main method. Say await cls1 dot some async method. Now, since I'm using the await keyword, I must make my main method asynchronous and task. So change my signature, okay, and let us build the program and run. So as you can see, it prints some method and some async method. So again, if I check the intermediate disassembler, what has been generated by the compiler? So you can see my signature method as a main method with system, and the return type is of type task. Okay, so there's a change here. Now, with top level statements, what can I do is I can move that above without I mean here. Okay, now notice a difference here with top level statement. Initially I was not referring to a namespace. Now since I'm using a top level statement, what happens is this gets transferred to the global namespace. Okay, now to be able to use my class 1, I need to explicitly specify the namespace of my class, which is top level statements. Otherwise I won't be able to access my class 1. So let's build and run. So our program is run successfully. Now let us check what has been generated in our assembly. So as you can see, the signature of the main method, implicit one with a dollar symbol, and return type is of that reading.task, and our program with a dollar program class with a dollar symbol suffixed. Okay. One more thing you can do is that it's not necessary to have a class separately in a separate file. can also move that class after your top level statements. So here you no longer need, so since it is in the same file, you no longer need to specify the namespace, and you can run your program. But the thing is since all these are in the same file, so these two different classes for the object being used here. Okay, and if I put a breakpoint and a breakpoint here in the separate file, let us see which one is executed. So it is some method of which is in the program.cs file is being called. The other one not, because it belongs to the same namespace here. Okay, so that was an overview of the top level statements. So the benefit of using top level statements is that for small programs and utilities, example Azure Functions, and it can be a great way for teaching materials. Like students, they can quickly write their simple demo programs, teachers in a class. So with top level statements, key points to remember is that only one file in a program can use top level statements, and that file is considered, can be also termed as a top level file. If you have more than one top level file, the compiler will generate an error. With top level statements, you can access any .NET class and may contain asynchronous expressions. And the most important point to remember is that the compiler generates an implicit entry point, and the name of the method isn't actually main. As you have seen, it is suffixed with a dollar symbol. And what is generated is dependent on your structure of your main method, on the keywords that you have used. So if you have used the await or return keyword, so the signature will change accordingly, like prefixed with an async keyword and task. Okay, same for await without the return, async task. That signature will be added to the signature. That's it, guys. So thanks for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.